Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. The other day after finishing Onyx Storm, I was in a little bit of a slump. I just get too invested in that series and that world, and the same exact thing happened to me when I read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I just didn't know what to read next. As I was looking through my bookshelves to see what books I haven't read, I saw a couple of books that reminded me of my favorite booktubers because they're their favorite books. And I thought, why not read my favorite booktubers' favorite books and see what I think of them. So the first book I'll be reading, that's a book that I've been wanting to read for a very long time, is The Ministry of Time. So this is a 6-star read for Haley Pham. She talks very highly of this book. I think it actually won her favorite book of 2024. So I have really high expectations for this book. You'll just have to stay for the rest of the video to see what other books I pick up next. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and read The Ministry of Time and I'll catch up with you a little later. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you when I see you. Hi, so I wanted to update you on the book. I took off the dust jacket because I literally can't read keeping them on. I love the writing and it's a little weird to explain the writing style. It's very dry and to the point, but every word is so carefully chosen that it ends up still being very beautiful. And I wouldn't describe the writing style as lyrical or artsy type of writing style. So one of our main characters in the book is describing our other main character. This is how she describes him having a big nose. He had a kind of resplendent excess of feature that made him look hyper real. I annotated this because I thought it was just a very unique way to describe someone having a big nose. I've been loving that type of writing style. It was really easy to get into. So that's on the writing style, and then on the story, just the plot is so unique. I'm really excited to keep going and I'll update you again in a little bit. Hi everyone, so it's been a few days since I updated you on The Ministry of Time, and I just realized the last time I talked about it, I never explained the actual plot. Basically, this book is set in the UK, it's set in London. It's set in a time where the government has figured out how to do time travel. The way that they're going about finding and researching how time travel affects a person is by bringing people from past timelines into the present timeline, but they're only bringing people who would eventually die in their own timeline so that they don't disrupt the course of history. And each of those time travelers gets one person assigned to them whose sole job is to live with them for a year and help them adapt to the present. So yeah, I'll just keep reading and keep you updated. I finished The Ministry of Time. I am a little confused. I literally finished this book and I didn't know what to rate it, and I decided to just sit with it for a little bit, and I think I'm still very confused. Let me talk about the things I really liked about the book. It was just beautiful writing, and beautiful in a weird, dry, direct way. I annotated a lot of this book. The plot was also so unique. I found the plot so interesting. If you've seen Haley Pham's review on this book, every time she talks about it, she mentions how she could resonate a lot with the main character and her relationship with her own background. Our main character in the book is mixed race. She is Cambodian and American, and she struggles a lot with identity. I could relate to that as well. Being Colombian and being white passing in America, I could relate to a lot of what she was saying. I know this is like super confusing because I just named so many things that I liked about this book, but there's just so many other things that just made it so that I couldn't fully connect to the book or the characters. For one, I honestly didn't find our main character likable. Like, she didn't annoy me or anything. I just like didn't like her. So I wasn't like rooting for her. I wasn't connected to her. The pacing is really weird because for like 85% of the book, you think the story is going somewhere and it maintains the same pacing throughout that entire time. The last little bit of the book, like the pacing completely changes. There's a plot twist, not in like a satisfying plot twist type of way, but in like confusing plot holes type of way, at least for me. I think if you haven't read the book, this probably makes no sense, but I'm just trying to communicate my feelings on the book. And if you're confused, don't worry, because I'm just as confused, okay? Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I ended up rating this book 3.75 stars. Moving on to our second read of the video. I'm so excited about this one. This is Heartstopper Volume 2. If you don't know about Heartstopper, it's a graphic novel. In the first book, you follow Charlie and Nick as their friendship kind of sprouts. They're both in high school. Charlie is openly gay and Nick is kind of like navigating his feelings for Charlie, which are kind of new and confusing for him. You're just following their story in the first book, and then in the second book, you kind of follow the aftermath of them kissing for the first time. So this book I'll be reading in this video in honor of my girl Katie. If you haven't seen Katie and her channel, I really love her videos. For some reason, her videos just feel like so real for me, and she's obsessed with Heartstopper. So I thought I would read Heartstopper Volume 2 in honor of Katie. Let me just shut up because I've been rambling for so long now. I'll just keep reading Heartstopper and I'll see you when I see you. Okay, so I'm all ready for bed now. I went to yoga, I came home, I made myself dinner, I did some chores. Obviously I showered, and now I'm so ready to finish this book. I'm certain I'm gonna finish it because I have like nothing left. I thrifted this lamp and I knew you could turn it on from the bottom, but I didn't know you could turn it on and off from the top. Anyways, I thrifted her and I wanted to give her a spotlight because she's so cute. It might not be for everyone. It looks like a grandma's lamp, but I love it, and it was $8. And that's so precious. Look at her. Wait, I finished it in like 30 seconds. I thought I had like this much left, but this is from Heartstopper Volume 3. I'll give you my thoughts tomorrow though because I'm way too tired for this. But it was so cute. I'll finish reading the rest of the little snippet they gave us for Volume 3 and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Except it's 12, but I just showered, I just got out of bed because I unfortunately caught the flu. I'm still feeling really bad. My throat hurts like it's never hurt before, but on the bright side, it's giving me no option but to rest and read. So I've been reading a lot. I have a few things to catch you up on. First and foremost, Heartstopper. So I finished Heartstopper Volume 2, but I don't think I shared my thoughts. Oh my god, my throat hurts so bad. It's just so cute and wholesome, and it's especially sweet to see Nick like navigate his sexuality and like coming to terms with him liking Charlie. It was a great palate cleanser between the Ministry of Time and the book I'm reading now, and I'm super excited to continue the series. I love these characters so much, and I'm also super excited to watch the show. The third book I'm reading and the final book I'm reading for this video is none other than Magnolia Parks. By the way, this is me like 30 seconds in the future and realizing I never said I picked out this book because of Sarah Caroli. She's like my favorite booktuber. Her videos are just super cozy, and this is like a 6-star read for her. So that's why I chose Magnolia Parks. But yeah, back to me from 30 seconds ago. On Friday, so Valentine's Day, my husband worked that night. So I went out with a friend. I actually just met her at the Onyx Store midnight release. We just got together, we just read at the beach. That's when I started reading Magnolia Parks. We were just like catching up, like watching the sunset reading, and it was super fun. I've had Magnolia Parks on my TBR for so long. It's always been described to me as like Gossip Girl vibes. And I've always seen like really mixed reviews between some people love the series and it's like their all-time favorite series, and some people just find it a little like too toxic. When I started reading this book, I was having so much fun, and like it was taking me back to like Gossip Girl and like all those TV shows I used to watch growing up so much, that I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna enjoy this series, and it would be fun to just like use the stickers, so then at the end when I read the entire series, like they all have like these like annotations. And I'm using one color for BJ quotes and one color for like Magnolia quotes. I'm gonna shut up now. My throat is really hurting. I'm so mad I didn't record me getting my actual live reaction. Something just happened and I did not see that coming. Good night, guys. So it's the same day that I finished Magnolia Park, so I thought I could just give you my final thoughts and wrap this video up with you guys. In case you don't know, Magnolia Parks is a series that takes place in England, London to be specific, and it just follows around these group of friends that went to boarding school together. They're very rich, their families are super wealthy, and they all sent their kids to boarding school, which is kind of like a thing wealthy families do in their like society. So a lot of these kids have like very troubled relationships with their parents. So what they don't lack in money, they do lack in like interpersonal relationships and just like love and validation from their parents. The dynamics inside this book are really toxic. It's very much so like Gossip Girl coded. And the writing isn't like the best writing out there. The plot is also not the best plot out there. It's very like character heavy. You just follow mainly Magnolia, our main character, as she like navigates, which a character in the book calls it a trauma bond. And I agree, like this trauma bond she has with BJ, our main love interest. Having said that, I had a lot of fun reading it because I feel like it took me back to all those comfort shows that I used to watch when I was younger and that I still rewatch to this day because they're just like my comfort shows, and they're just so mindless and I can just like get wrapped up in their drama very easily, and it felt a lot like that. So it was super fun nonetheless. So I've sat on this for a little bit and I think I'm gonna rate this book 4 stars. I'll definitely keep reading the series and I'll definitely keep the stickers coming because I just thought it would be like a fun dynamic for me to do with the series. That's that on Magnolia Parks. And just as a little like wrap up before we finish this video, I just wanted to quickly go over the books we read. The first book we read was The Ministry of Time because this is one of Haley Pham's favorite books. I think my final rating is 3.75 stars. And I don't know if I shared my rating with you guys when I talked about Heartstopper, but I think I'm gonna give this one 4.25 stars. That was it for today's video. I had so much fun reading these books, and it's definitely such a fun like video idea for me to record and just to like get through my TBR, because I do have a lot of like booktubers' favorite books in my TBR. If you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comments what you thought of them and like what you rated them. But yeah, that was it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!